Hello everyone, FarmSimGuy here, hope you're all doing well. Today we are going to have a look at the wonderful new map from MA7, and that is Pallegney. This is already out in the Modhub, but I couldn't overlook this. In terms of beautiful maps, this is right up there as one of the best looking maps for FS22, and I would say, I'd put it out there, one of the best, if not the best looking map for consoles. So without further ado, let's have a little bit of a look around it. MA7, they are also responsible for the wonderful Castle No map, which I reviewed earlier in FS22, and I will put a link to that in the top corner there just now. But all custom modelled buildings, textures, roads. There's some really nice touches in this map, so we're going to have a look around it. It's not a huge map. It has 2 farms in total. It's got 86 fields, which means that a lot of the fields are quite small, but there is some plots for forestry as well, which is really good. It's got a little stream running through the middle of it, and now some nice touches like when it rains, the roofs of the buildings get wet, puddles on the roads and wet roads after it's rained as well, and some of the fields will get puddles in them as well, so that's kind of cool. He's added some additional crops in as well, mustard, triticale and alfalfa as well. There's quite a cool crane that works in the sawmill as well, which we'll have a look at, and you can produce things like cheese as well. So without further ado, let's jump in, have a look at the PDA and see what's what. So there you go, there is your map. Beautiful map, nice PDA as well. Really nice laid out, again, very natural with the fields following the contours of the land. It's a very hilly map as well. It's got lots and lots of up and downs on it, which is really nice. The town is super detailed and well worth having a look at. The central farm, or the main farm if you want to call it that, sits here right in the middle of the town, which is not uncommon for European farms, and then it is dotted around the map with different pastures should you want to use them. Pastures built into the map as well, so there's a lovely cow pasture just here, a wonderful sheep pasture here, all built into the land, so again no square boxes, which is always very cool. We have a BGA here as well. We have a train, so you can sell produce on the train, which runs over this wonderful bridge over the stream, and we'll see that in a minute. And then there is a second farm just here with sheep on it, which you can use, but there is also a plot at the top of the map where you can create your own farm if you want. A couple other pastures just up here as well. So these nice pastures just dotted around where you can keep your animals slightly away from the main farm, but kind of nice to be able to have to run up to those fields and look after your animals. In terms of different crops, you've got your triticale there, you've got alfalfa, spelt, and you have got mustard. And again, on the farm that you own, you have your own production chain there, where you can create butter, cheese, bread, cake, and old-style mustard as well. Right, first and foremost, we're just going to have a little bit of a walk around this town, because it is absolutely beautiful. Lovely textures on the pavements, cobbled roads, lots and lots of people walking around. Things like this beautiful old church here, looking fantastic. And you can see over in the distance there, the hills rising up in the distance. But if you walk down here, I mean, look at this. The detail is absolutely stunning. Like I said, he models all his own buildings, so you'll see everything on here original, probably taken hundreds and hundreds of hours to complete this, but a really well thought through map. This is where you can sell your firewood should you want to do that, and then it starts to open out into the fields beyond Pallegney over here. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Wouldn't be unlike me to butcher it. But here, this is one of the things that is really nice on this map, and I'm going to have to just get the light right on this to let you see it. But can you see that reflection? We've had some rain recently, and you can see that the roads are still damp, which is very cool. In addition, the fields will flood as well. So, and the roofs of the houses will flood as well. Well, not flood, we'll have water on them as well. So what I'm going to do at some point, after we've had a little bit of a look round, is go and turn the rain on, so we can demonstrate what it looks like on the roofs. Okay, we're just out of the town limit here, but we'll go back in a second. But I just wanted you to see what we have there in terms of that lovely bridge and this big sell point here, which is in fact the mill where you can sell a lot of your grain products. Look at the detail on that, the water wheel and things like that going through the stream. We'll have a closer look at that in a little while, but first we'll finish our tour of the town and then we'll head up into the hills and have a look around at the entire map. Again, just as we're heading into town here, I just wanted to, I mean, the detail of the signage and things like that, the accuracy of it is really, really nice. And the poplars as well, things like that, very common in France. And here we go, we're heading back in. Again, that signage, beautiful. Pallegney sign upside down. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like that, but it's hardly a game breaker, that one. So again, up here we have the church on the right here, and then again, lovely row of houses down here. This is gorgeous. And this heads us out of town again. Let me get out of the way of this car. Traffic drives at a sensible speed as well in town, which is nice to see. And around here you've got a couple of sell points as well. This is your supermarket, and also you've got a boulangerie there and a patisserie where you can sell certain products as well. So actually a lovely view off the end here in the car park where you can look over the valley and see what else is going on. There we go, a couple more big sell points over there. In fact, it's quite a nice view of the farm here. There's the back of the sheds of the farm, which is where I think we'll head next as we head through the town, and you can check that out. So again, I know we're walking down the middle of the road here, but it just again gives the opportunity to see those wet patches on the road and the puddles at the side of the road after the rain. Very nicely done indeed. Right, and here we are. This is the entrance to the farm. That is your cheese production just there. And we'll go into here. Some nice sized sheds in here. Lots of good storage. Access to the fields, very easy. There is your silo, so you tip into the grate underneath there, and then a lovely open yard here. The chickens running around. Old style gates, so you can access the farm this way as well. That is properly wedged in there. You're going to have fun getting that out of there, but looking good. But you can pop these gates. There we go. For the traditional old farm building here. Look at the detail in this. I mean, no expense spared on the detail. Really nice. And again, more storage in here, slightly more modern. This is where your mechanics workshop is. And you've got a little case there. And this is animal sheds. There's where your cows are. There is the milk tank in there as well. Again, more old buildings. That kind of mixture of new and old buildings, really nice, like that. There's your cow shed. More storage over here. Bigger, newer shed. There's your fertilizer there. All storage this, I don't believe. We have got any silage bunkers as part of these sheds, but we do have a silage bunker here. Here we go, I've just popped the HUD up so we can see. You've got a drive-through one here. The level 0, compacting 0, but we also have a U-shaped bunker here as well. So you've got your choices there. Nice to see the covers draped over the sides as well. So you've got two there as well. So a lot of grass work potentially on this map, which if you've got cows makes total sense. Okay, just down here we're heading up this ramp as well. You have got your slurry pit in there, and this, I'm guessing, is where your manure is. So there you go. Nice detail. I mean, the texturing of these walls and stuff is absolutely outstanding. Really, really nice. Right, we've treated ourselves to a little vehicle and we're going to head out of here. Again, look at those puddles on the roadway there. Now straight ahead of us is a vast cow pasture. Really, really big that, which you can access from that road there. But we'll pull out onto the road here and we'll head a little bit further along. As you can see, little roads up into the higher parts of the map. But again, just the detail here is crazy, crazy. In fact, we'll run up here just so you can see this. Again, on that side is a cattle pasture. On this side, a nice sheep pasture here as well. So if you own those, they appear, and that is the end of the road and leads you straight into the field. So again, if you wanted to, you could convert the edge of this field into your own little farm as well. Lots of potential for different ways of doing things on this map. Right, let's head back down here again. Look, space here. You could create a little farmyard or something there. So again, whilst there is set farms to start with, that's not to say that you can't get a bit creative with this. Right, let's head out of here because we are at the other end of the town now, but it doesn't mean the buildings are finished. Another little area of houses just here, which we will drive past because that is pretty much all it is there, just houses and decoration. But we come to this lovely roundabout here, and we have got the shop and sell point or buy point for vehicles. So let's run around here. There's two entrances to it. Head up here and just turn in here. Again, all custom made models. Very nice. So you have service bay there. A couple of service bays actually. Tractors in the forecourt. Class stuff. And then you have the sales area there. Very nice indeed. Lovely setup. Now if you roll out of here, this is one of the other sell points straight next to it. So let's run up into here. So this is your cooperative. This is where you can sell most of your grain crops. Certain things it doesn't take here, like olives and grapes and things like that. They'll be sold elsewhere, but this is your main cooperative for selling a lot of your produce. Again, really nicely done. So we'll keep heading on. There's the bridge again that runs almost the full width of the map. But we'll keep on from here and see what else we can find. So back out to the cooperative there, and we are going to turn down the hill here. As you can see, the undulations in the map as you drop down, very nice indeed. Just the detail. Poles with the wires on, the signage. Look at the railings, just the rust on the railings and the weathering and the things like that. Really, really nice. The gas station there, and before we just head up that hill there is another sell point down here, which we'll check out. But even there, just there, I mean, there's no edge to the map. It doesn't feel like there's any edge to the map at all. You just feel like you're enclosed in this wonderful little place. There we go. Another cooperative here, and also a laitery, or your dairy. So this is where you can sell a few other pieces, bits and pieces, like your cheese, milk, bread, things like that can be sold here. Right, let's head out of here and keep going. We're almost going to double back on ourselves now, and we're going to head up the hill to what, to all intents and purposes, is Farm 2. So just opposite the gas station here. Roll up here, and this is the entrance to the second farm. So much more traditional farm building here. A lot less storage available to you, but opens out to a very big pasture again. And again, you've got a more modern building down at the bottom as well. Look at the train heading across the bridge there. Look how good that looks. Fantastic. The draw distance on this map's huge as well. You know, things don't disappear when you look over into the distance. Very nicely done indeed. So, there we are. There is the stalls. As you can see, little water troughs in there. Just those lovely little details. And there is the house. Path down the side of the house, and it's combined in with this beautiful old traditional shed as well. Absolutely lovely. Very nice fuse box there. Little bit of a lean-to shed there. And then you have additional paths up here for these top fields above the house. Like so. There we go, and even more storage up here. I didn't spot this before, look at that. There's your hayloft as well. So again, more storage in there. Fantastic, really nicely done. It really is. I can't speak highly enough of it. Okay, here we've got another silo over there. We'll head over and see that, and we can keep going up this road actually. So the farm may incorporate that as well, or it might be a separate sell point. But let's jump back in the car and check it out. So here we are, we turned right out of the gate of the farm there, and we're just going to roll around here. And it looks like we've got a few little bits and pieces up here, from what I can tell. Ah, okay, this makes sense. This is where we will load up the train so it can take stuff off and sell it off map. That is an option, so you can rent the train from here. So you can tip all your various crops in here. That looks like maybe you would drop logs in there. But you would tip all your various crops over here, and they would be loaded onto the train to be sold elsewhere, probably at a slight premium price. That tends to be what happens with the train, doesn't it? So there you go. But again, the detail there, you didn't need to include any of that. You could have just covered this up with a big floor, but no, you can see the chute there and everything like that. Very nice indeed. Little desk there for somebody to work at. Fantastic. This is so nice. This is really, really nice. I'm not surprised. I don't know why I'm surprised, because MA7 did just an incredible job with Castleknoe, and this is just as good, if not better, because it's available for console too. Right. Let's head out of here. Let's keep heading up. Just to give you your bearings, let's jump back to the map. So there we are. We've just been at the train depot there. We're going to head down here. We're going to head past the farm we've just been at here. Back here, and then we're going to run all the way. We're going to go under the bridge all the way to the top of the map and then back down. And then really all we've got here is the sawmill and the other large mill there, and then we're back into the town. So there isn't masses on this map in terms of, it's not a busy map, but everything feels appropriate, if you know what I mean. So let's head down to the bottom and then back up. Just the finish and the detail, oh come on, this is off the charts. It really, really is. There we are, back onto the road, past the gas station, over the bridge, and then under this bridge. Even warning signs for deer, love that. There we go. The road's still wet as well, still damp post rain shower, which I do really like. That is another level of attention to detail. And then you're up here, and these fields are pretty big, you know. You've got a choice of some very big fields up here, so it does feel, although a compact map, you've got some nice open spaces as well. So here we are. We've got another little sell point here. It's like a bale sell point, and this is also your animal dealership. Let's just wait here and see where that blue car goes. Make sure he's not coming our way. But yeah, head up here. That is the animal dealer. And this just here, when I talked earlier on about an area where you could create your own farm, so this is exactly what we've got here. Just this big expanse of wasteland that you could purchase and set up your own farm here, which I think is great. But even if you never touch it, it's just a bit of open wasteland which fits in and is in keeping with the map as well. So you would just drive past it, and it doesn't feel like it's kind of been put there. Oh, yeah, I mean, I guess you could put productions on here as well if you wanted. So again, the choice of what you can do is brilliant. Right, let's head back down towards the bridge. We've got a couple more buildings just here. So again, Soufflet Agriculture is another sell point for all your grain and things like that. So you have got choices where you sell your grain, so keep an eye on those prices and make sure you're selling it at the best price you can. And then we're going to head down the hill here. Look at the way this drops down as well. Really nice. And there's the train again, heading over that bridge. And the train's not going too fast either. It looks like it's going at an appropriate speed over the bridge. It's all been thought about this. Very well thought through. Right, just before we turn here, again, all these mud tracks or dirt tracks heading off, linking up the fields, which is cool, but we're going to do a left here. We're just going to run up and let you see a sawmill, because this is very nicely done as well. There you go. Looks like a working sawmill. That is a lot of wood chips there, and then all these logs down the side here, and then you've got this working crane or ramp here where you can load up with logs, and they will head into the sawmill to get processed. Right, we've just turned on the sawmill here, so I'm gonna basically activate the little ramp there, which is pretty cool. That sends it all the way up to the top here. And I just need to click on the exclamation mark here to sell the wood. It's going to make it in without getting stuck. A little bit of a precautionary non-collision there, but there we go. I'm going to go up to here. I hit the R button. Got one of the logs rolling back, but very, very cleverly done. I do like that a lot. Very cool. And look, it's producing the planks already now, so if we actually go into the productions, there we go. 5,500 litres of wood in there, and it's starting to produce the planks. So, looking good. Right, let's head out of here. There is your tip point for your wood chips. And we'll head down here under the bridge. Have a look at the little mill before we head up to the BGA, and then we're back to Pallegney town itself. So there you go, the Saint-Frère mills, and look at what produces. So wheat flour, barley flour, oat, sorghum flour, spelt flour, cereals, sunflower oil, canola oil, your sugar beet sugar, sugar beet cut sugar, sugar canes, lots and lots of stuff that you can do at this production. So really, really nice. And this, the detail on this is just phenomenal. Isn't that great? So, so nice. Now again, here's a nice little touch. Rather than stuff just spawning outside in the wet and the rain, you actually have these lovely indoor bays where all of the products will spawn, which is great. Very nice indeed. And again, this lovely old attention to detail. Clearly, the train used to come through here in previous times, but no longer. You've got all of this stuff just sitting. Old train tracks and things like that. Lovely, lovely attention to detail. Right. One last thing to show you is the BGA before we head back to the town. So let's do that. So now we could head back straight through the town to the BGA, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll up here and we're going to cut across so you can see a little bit more of some of these fields as well as we drive up here. Nice roads, again, turnings, lovely little bridge over into that field there. Now I do believe there is a path up here somewhere that takes us up to the BGA, but again, there you go. More paths off into the fields, but so nicely done. You can hear the crickets and the noises as you get close to the river as well, close to the stream. Let's head up here. Here's a BGA. Pretty standard BGA setup here. Even this is interesting as well. A field all ready to be baled. So putting that in at that state is something I don't see much in maps. And here we go. Here is our BGA. Again, rather than just dropping the Planet X stuff into the ground, it's been built on these plinths and platforms, which is really, really nice. So it kind of feels part of the map. And then even the covers for the silage there up on these steps, and then these massive, massive silage bunkers here. Two huge silage bunkers here. You could have some good fun doing a big silage contract on this, couldn't you? Very nice indeed. Right, there we go. Back out to the road. Big maize field there. That looks good. So we're going to head now back down into the town. But again, looking across the valley there, look, there's no degradation as you go off into the distance. Like, the detail remains high all the time. Obviously that's a decision been made by the map maker, but I think it's a good one, because really makes this stand out and look really, really good as a map. So here we go, we're heading down here, just round the corner into the town itself again, and back to where we started. We're going to stop, let all these people cross the road. There are other productions here as well. So just over there is a restaurant, and there's a bale sell point tucked away in the shed there as well. And there we are, back into the town with the French tricolor flying there in the wind. Just driving back onto this cobbled road here, back to the church just here. Absolutely fantastic. Now, I did say I would show you what it looked like when it was raining, and look what's happened to the roofs here. That looks fantastic, doesn't it? What a just subtle but really nice improvement to maps. I'd love to see that being covered off by other people as well, because just the more we can do to make maps feel realistic and lived in, and things like this really, I think, set this map apart from others. Fantastic. And again, it's not just the roofs as well. You can see we saw it when we were walking around before it started raining, but now the roads look a lot more wet and damp as well, which is really, really nice. Now, I am going to go and try and find some fields with flooding in them as well. And there we are. We didn't have to look too far. We've got a little bit of a puddle of water in this field here. Needs a little bit of drainage work doing. And again, it's subtle, but it's a lovely, lovely idea. Very nicely executed as well. I'm sure we could find a few more of these if we have a look around. But just another thing that makes this map so nice. Beautiful. Now, I do believe there is a nice little quest on this map to discover more about the area, but I'm not going to give that away. I would like you to go and find out that for yourself, because I love the fact that that's been put in as a little side quest on the map, so I'm not going to spoil it for you. But there we go. Pallegney, I hope I'm saying that right. Pallegney by MA7. Absolutely beautiful map. If you haven't looked at this yet, I strongly recommend you do it. It is right up there with one of the best quality, best polished, best finished maps I've seen for FS22. So from me, for now, thanks very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.